Hi guys, so the intro that I filmed deleted itself. Great, I know. So we're just gonna hop right in. I'm taking the MAC Painterly paint pot and a MAC 242 brush, and I'm applying this all over the lid. I've already lightly filled in my brows, so those are already done. And I'm taking the Wet n Wild contouring palette in Caramel Toffee, and I'm just using the yellow shade to set that primer. And then I'm going into the Modern Renaissance, and I'm taking Raw Sienna and just applying that pretty much all over with a Morphe M504 just as our transition shade. There's going to be a lot of color building in this. And then I'm taking Bone Fresco and Love Letter on the same brush, and I'm applying it a little messily. I'm not being too precise with these. And you will see that I love mixing colors. And then I'm taking a Morphe M441, and I just took some more of those two shades. And then I took the brush and just took Love Letter and applied it a little more precisely. And then I'm taking that original brush with no extra product, and I'm just blending out the edges. Now I'm taking Venetian Red, and I'm taking that on a Morphe M513, and I'm putting that pretty much just on the outer corners, putting it right inside my eye socket, like right in the crease. And then I'm taking Red Ochre, and I'm pretty much repeating the same exact thing. And now I'm taking the Stila Magnificent Metals, and it's in the shade Rose Gold. And I'm using that to cut the crease. And then I'm taking a little e.l.f. brush and just defining the edges and then blending out the edges a bit. So I'm going back into Love Letter, and I'm mixing that with Venetian Red, and I'm just blending out the edges. I'm gonna be like singing a lot in this video because I did have music, so just ignore my singing. Now I'm taking this Master Contour by Maybelline, and I'm taking the shade Light, and I'm applying that into the contours of my face. And I'm using a Artis Oval 7 brush. This is just the gold edition, and I'm using that to blend it out. I've already primed my face with a J1 Jelly Pack, so I'm doing this before foundation. And before I put on my foundation, I just did a lip scrub by Jeffree Star, and now I'm taking the Better Skin foundation by Maybelline in Classic Ivory, and I'm applying that all over to my face and blending it out with a beauty blender. I actually do not like the shade selection in this foundation, but this shade will work for now. It's a tad bit dark in real life. And then I'm taking the Better Skin concealer, and I'm also blending that out with my beauty blender. Now I'm going to take the RCMA No Color Powder and a dry beauty blender. That's just what I prefer. You can use a wet one if you'd like. And I'm baking my under eyes, and then I'm applying some more all over my face. And then I'm just going to blend it out. Now I'm going to take the same contouring palette but in a different shade. I'm taking Dulce de Leche, and I'm using that contouring powder to contour my face. And this is just a Morphe contouring brush. And then I'm going back into Caramel Toffee, and I'm using that contouring shade to actually bronze my face because it's a little deeper. And now I'm taking the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Party, and I'm just applying that to my cheeks using a Morphe M530. And now we're going back into the palette. We're taking Love Letter on the lower lash line. I do this whole lower lash line with an M506. I actually really love this brush for the lower lash line. And then I'm taking Bone Fresco and Venetian Red. I'm mixing those two, and I'm blending that once again just right on top of that shade. And now I'm taking Red Ochre and Venetian Red and mixing those two and blending that on the outer part of my lower lash line. And my camera died, so just to show you, I used the Clinique High Volume Impact Mascara, or High Impact Mascara, and then I use the Ritzy Lashes by Kiss, which are actually very pretty. And now I'm taking the Becca Highlight in Rose Gold, and I'm mixing that with Kitty Cat and 143 from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero palette. And I'm applying that with the Morphe M510. This highlight was way more blinding in person than on camera. It was very intense, but it was beautiful. And I'm using a Morphe M213 to just highlight my inner corners and underneath my brow bone. And so I'm using the ColourPop Ultra Matte Liquid Lip in Little Pump, and I was going to use the Bare Minerals gloss, but I actually end up changing my mind, and I end up using the collaboration with Kathleen Lights by ColourPop, and I use Moonchild, the lip gloss. It's an ultra glossy lip, and this just fits the tone of Little Pump a lot better. I didn't realize how lilac-y this shade was. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye.